training video. Nightwing says, thoughts on SA cricket at the moment? They don't seem to be at their best since the last few years. Well, I mean, it's funny how many of your questions come back to just simple. It's not like South African cricketers have suddenly become shit. Right? No one's just going, oh, we did shit. They were good, now they're shit. This is what happens when you don't have a proper environment. This is what happens when you're not paying your players correctly. This is what happens when you try and fix a historical wrong with a shambolic system that doesn't actually fix the problems. You know, the quota system will have some success, and I could completely understand why they have done it. But the problem isn't at professional cricket level. The problem is that the cricketers who are coming through, who are fully polished, have gone to private schools, and some of the South African private schools are one of the greatest developers of cricket talent we have ever had in any system anywhere. And they're going up against kids that quite often don't have that background. And of course, so you have these lopsided provincial sides, and then it all goes to hell from there. You know, you've got players playing in roles in the national team that they're not suited for, because they have to tick a box. And it's like, you have potentially good young South African players who aren't white, who are having to play in roles that they're not suited for before they're ready to play international cricket. Just the layers and the levels of all that sort of stuff. And then you have absolutely no governance at all. Zero idiotic governance, pissing money away on a stupid league that they couldn't even get to be played. You know, fighting with the only major broadcaster in the country that could actually help them. Annoying team owners who came in and spent money and were looking to develop talent in South Africa. It's been an absolute shit show, and it is so disappointing. They are still, the level of talent in South Africa has not disappeared. It's just that it has been run terribly. And it's been run into the ground. And realistically now, I will say, I'd be shocked if more and more South Africans don't find other ways of getting out of the country and finding new opportunities, no matter their race going forward, which is even the sadder situation if they end up even losing players, you know, the non-white players who they were trying to develop. But I just don't know why you would stay in that. They literally, they can't operate anything at the moment. It's absolutely, it's a terrible situation for, you know, a cricket nation that many of us fell in love with in the 90s when they came back. And it just hasn't gone the way that we would have liked it to have gone.